My editor is asleep tonight, so I am doing this kind of a cappella. So bear with me as I get everything ready. I wanted to make sure I went live tonight to let everybody know that today is a really bad day for news, for sure. It's going through the roof right now. I'm putting this phone on the charger. I'm gonna put this over here and get ready to go. So I'm not gonna lie, I just did a whole ass stream for no reason. I went on Streamlabs to try to make a live, and come to find out, it never posted on YouTube. I was sitting there talking to myself. I thought the freaking comment section wasn't working on there. It was just bad. So I just did a whole freaking stream for no reason. Fuck. Anyways, I'm going to try to say everything that I said in that stream in this stream, and pretty much give the warning out there the best that I can. So I know people probably heard what's going on with Russia and NATO. The EU official coming out and breaking the news that we're at war with Russia. And Russia coming out today and saying that NATO is involved in a standoff with us and that we're fighting NATO in Ukraine. Coming from their spokesperson, their spokesman, or spokeswoman. I've been telling people this for a while, that I believe we're already at war with Russia. And at this point, I think that we already got stuff inside of Ukraine. I'm going on the hinge. I'm going to think that NATO is supplying themselves in Ukraine. I think NATO's in Ukraine fighting Russia. And it's, you know how the United States is. They can mark them as mercenaries. They can mark them as anything. But I think they're actually in there fighting them. So I guess we need to, I'm going to keep my eye out. But I think nuclear war is coming. I'm just going to let it out the bag. I think nuclear war is coming. I have been thinking nuclear war is coming, but I really think nuclear war is coming now. So you telling me we have 3 red flags back to back to back. 3 red flags back to back to back. What's these 3 red flags that I speak of? We have the doomsday clock that said 90 seconds to midnight, right? 90 seconds to midnight. Oh, okay. We are the closest ever to an annihilation of mankind. Ever. Of mankind, the annihilation part. Now, we have done a nuclear before. We have dropped nuclear bombs before, but we have never been on the verge of annihilation like today's time. The Cuban Missile Crisis was close, but today is really close. Like, this is history. We're watching history unfold right in front of our faces. And I was hoping to God that we did not see this. I was hoping that we find a way out of this. I was hoping we are going to back down. But it looks like there's no sanity in the mankind no more. They're going straight for the kill. They're going straight for the kill shot. I think that NATO is sending all this stuff into themselves, into the mercenaries. I think the mercenaries is using this. I think the personnel that's supposed to be watching the weapons are using this. I think the big stockpile of weapons that's about to go into Ukraine is going to come with troops. And I think there's going to be a bunch more troops because it's already going around from camp to camp to camp in the United States military that we are going to war. And that this war is going to come back to our soil. They're already meeting and telling people, to tell the Marines on this side that the United States is about to go to war. They're telling Navy the United States is about to go to war. Even the NATO dude called me and said, well, if the United States don't send a tank, everything's going to be okay. Okay, and then it's like a couple minutes later, Biden announced that he was sending 31 of the Abrams tanks. We have Russia saying that they're ready for nuclear war now. The State Duma is coming out literally saying they're ready for nuclear war. Everything is breaking off at once. On top of the WHO putting out medicine that nations need to survive a nuclear radiological accident or emergency. So I thought that was fake at first when I saw that, because I just saw the EU warning that the EU was warning that NATO and Russia are at war. So I'm like, wow, oh, this shit's bad, bad. I was just seeing that. And then Germany, that was another red flag too. Germany saying we are at war with Russia. We are not at war with each other. I'm like, what? What do you mean we at war, bro? When the hell did this war start? When y'all sent the tanks or what? It's getting crazy, guys. So that warning was not, I told you guys, if we moved any more forward, shit's gonna start flying up. Because it was part of the script. I read this shit. I read this shit. I see them put the clock up. I'm like, all right, watch. They're about to act their asses off. How much you want to bet? That clock is probably way more forward than what they're letting it out to be. That clock's probably at 50 seconds to midnight or 60, but they want to freak people out because that would have really made people be like, oh, so we've never been at 50. We've never been at 60. We never been at 100 and we never been at 90 either. But we still here now. We are here now. That means it is time to get ready. It's time to get your potassium iodide. It's time for you to get all the medicine that you need to survive. It's time for you to start getting ready to battle. It's time for you to start getting your head together. It's time to get ready for a fight. Because that's what it seems like. It seems like it's coming. It really seems like it's coming. And I think we're at ground zero. People are getting scared. Even Trump saying stand down now. If I was president, I would stand down now. Like, this is going to turn into a nuclear war. We don't need to send tanks. Like, yeah, tanks that was the red line. We sent modern tanks. I could have seen if we sent Russian, made tanks or Soviet made tanks. But no, we sent Western tanks. We're training them. Well, we're just sending them over there. They're not going to tell you that. The training process is not going to take a long watch. Like I said, they come in with personnel. Ukraine ain't driving these. Ukraine probably mouth is watering while the United States is driving them right into the country. Oh, look at them tanks. Can we use them? Nah, but you can come in this tank and, watch how we do it. Oh, okay, that sounds even better. All these armored vehicles, man, probably carrying these personnel in here, man. It's crazy. I'm about to put it like this. I told you about the warnings I got. And those are legit. The United States is really saying from camp to camp that we're getting ready to go to war. So I want you to really take this in. I don't want you to freak out. I don't want you to be scared. I don't want you to, let it get to you or stop you from living your life. You live your life the best way that you can, and you make the best out of it. We don't know what's going to happen next, but all I do know is this is getting bad. Way, way worse than what people could imagine right now. I think we're going there. I have a bad feeling when we wake up, not tomorrow, but I have a bad feeling one of these days we're going to wake up and this stuff's going to be everywhere. So people that know me, you know me. Y'all know on TikTok I can show my sources and everything. My edit person is asleep, so I do not have the green screen stuff for StreamYard. They told me they were going to fall asleep at 8:30, and I was not even in the area at 8:30. So I have to make it a little earlier so we can set that up, start doing the intros and stuff again. And I can find a way to show sources on YouTube because I'm tired of not having them on here. But I do have something to show you guys. So hopefully you guys bear with me this long, because you know I have to show at least something. I'm not gonna just come on here with no darn sources. So on the World Health Organization's website, which is just their website, and y'all can see it's updated on January 27th. The WHO updates critical medicine list for radiological and nuclear emergencies. Go down on that. The World Health Organization today updated a list of medicine that could be stockpiled for radiological and nuclear emergencies, along with policy advice for the appropriate management. These stockpiles include medicines that either prevent or reduce exposure to radiation or treat injuries once exposure has occurred. And they even named some countries down here. There's a whole, yeah, they have a lot. But they even said the publication provides examples of practices establishing and managing a stockpile in the selected countries: Argentina, Brazil, France, Germany, Japan, Republic of Korea, Russia, and the United States of America. This updated critical medicines list will be vital for preparedness, readiness tools for our partners, and to identify, procure, stockpile, and deliver effective effective countermeasures in a timely fashion to those risks or exposed to these events. So yeah, this is bad. And then y'all can take a screenshot of this, or these live safe, so I can keep it on here. Stable iodine, chelating, and decorporating agents. Persian blue applied to remove radioactive calcium from the body, and calcium and zinc. DTPA used to treat internal contamination with transient uranium. Damn. A lot of medical stuff. But anyways, this is what you need right here. This is what you need to keep. This is what they're warning countries to get. And yeah, this shit is crazy. They're even naming countries. They're worried, and they're not trying to worry the people because they know that'll be a. Where should you even buy these meds? Sounds like something you would need prescribed. Yeah, some of them does sound like ones that you need prescribed. Even though I know iodine is cool. I know you can get iodine or potassium iodide. You can get those. You can buy those online. The other stuff, nah, I never even heard of them, to be honest. But some you might be able to get online too. Uh, yeah, I wanted to show y'all this. Oh shit. That this was actually true. So now it's on my YouTube and TikTok. So I'm gonna read the local news version of it for you guys, because it's crazy how they're throwing it in y'all in the people's face. So this is the ABC Go version, if it goes and loads. Okay. So this is the article that came out today. EU official: Russia shifts war focus to NATO and the West. Now, right off the title, you can definitely see what they're saying. That they're shifting their war focus to NATO and in the West. Anyways, a senior EU official says that Russia has taken the war to Ukraine to a different stage by making discriminate attacks on the civilian and non-military targets, while criticizing Moscow for triggering recent moves by Germany and the United States. Now, he says right here, the European Union's European External Action Service defended German and the United States provisions of military equipment to Ukraine and criticized Russian Vladimir Putin for waging a war on NATO and the West. Waging a war. So, in his words, we're at war. Speaking at a news conference in Tokyo as part of the Asian Pacific tour, he has said that Putin had moved on from the concept of special operation to the concept of now a war against NATO and the West. Wow, this is crazy. This is on your local news. I mean, at this point, they're just throwing it out there. He said Germany and the United States tank provisions are meant to help Ukrainians defend themselves in the war rather than making them attackers. I think that this latest development in terms of arms supply is just an evolution of the situation and of the way that Russia started moving the war into different stage. He added that Russia is making discriminated attacks on civilian and cities and no longer military targets. The EU is not moving the war into a different stage, but is giving the possibility of saving lives and allowing Ukrainians to defend themselves from these barbaric attacks. That's crazy. Now, let's see. I'm about to put standoff. She made a statement today, too. So, this is Russia's spokeswoman. She made a statement today, too, pretty much replying to what Germany said because Germany never walked back the comments. They did say they didn't mean it that way, or they demonized what they meant in that message. But the message was clear as day. She said, "We are not fighting. We are fighting a war with Russia. We're not fighting a war with each other." But anyways, so the spokesperson come out. So the Russian MFA, NATO was fully involved in the standoff with Russia. NATO was fully involved in the confrontation with Russia in Ukraine. Russia's foreign ministry spokeswoman Maria Zahovka said at a news briefing in Moscow. Citizens of NATO countries should know that their bloc is completely involved in a confrontation with our country. This confrontation is escalating, she said, while commenting on the statement by the German foreign minister, who, when speaking to the PACE in the meeting on the 24th of January, said that European countries are fighting a war with Russia. She called a spade. She called a spade. So since they said we're at war, so they're saying it, they're at war. Oh, man. Dude, this is so fucking bad. Referring to the meeting at the heads of the defense ministries of the NATO countries, the United States base in Ramstein, Germany, she also noted that the results of the meeting confirmed that the West's intention for further escalation of the conflict in Ukraine. This meeting is clearly showed that the West is grossly irresponsible and is committed to further escalation of the conflict. NATO countries confirmed that they will increase supplies of Kyiv modern heavy offensive artillery or weapons. Going back, there is another thing. Okay, let's see. Actually, it's on their news too. All right, so North Korea right here. North Korea to always be in the same trench with Russia, Kim's sister. No amount of reckless attempts will allow imperialist coalition forces to overpower the heroic spirit of the army and people of Russia, distinguished by fury, patriotism, resilient, and strong morale, says Kim Yo-jong. The democratic people of Korea will always stand in the same trench side by side with the Russian army and the people. Kim Yo-jong, Deputy Department Director of the Publicity and Information Department of Workers' Party of Korea, sister of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, said on Friday. In a statement released by the KCNA news agency, she vowed that the DPRK will always stand in the same trench with Russia. We have stood up to defend dignity and honor of the state and sovereignty and security of their country. She slammed the United States' decision to hand over the Abrams tanks to Ukraine as a vile step. I have no doubt that any weapons the United States and the West are proud will burn to dust and turn to scrap metal in the face of relentless combat spirit and might of the heroic army and people of Russia. Wow. Sheesh. Everybody is on some shit. Man, this is crazy. Shoot. Poland is deciding to send tanks today. I did see that as well on here, just to bring something new onto the table. I'm just showing all the sources that I'm talking about on here. Poland has sent 60 modernized tanks to Ukraine in addition to Leopards. Uh, Poland will send additional 60 tanks to Ukraine on top of the 14 German-made Leopard 2 tanks. It has already pledged. The Polish Prime Minister said in an interview with Canadian television on Thursday. Also wanted to show that other countries are joining in on this. I know Finland even agreed to send some tanks to Ukraine, which is going to piss Russia off as well. Finland to take part in international efforts to deliver tanks, and this is on their website. And efforts to deliver tanks to Ukraine. The defense sector of Wednesday or on Wednesday stated that Finland will take part in an international effort to deliver Leopard 2 tanks to Ukraine, according to the YLE. We're preparing this together with the Finnish defense forces, and the final decision will be made by the heads of the state, he declared, adding that both scope and nature of the contribution remain to be decided. Man. 6 European countries give the green light to send Leopard 2 tanks to Ukraine. That was 2 days ago. And just letting everybody know, this is real. This is no joke. All right, now, let's see if this pops up. Oh, man, hold on. Damn, that still didn't work out. Sorry. It's acting up a little bit. We're just trying to go over. There we go. Go here. Okay. I'm going to put medicine list. Send list. Okay, you're the warning from yours, defense force, more NATO's to help Ukraine. Okay, response to NATO. There was a couple. The WHO made a big warning about a war with Russia today, so I wanted to make sure I could find a multiple one on here. If not, y'all know I have y'all tomorrow. If I can't find it on here right now. Oh yeah, urging countries, here it is. Yeah, WHO is urging countries to stockpile medicines for nuclear emergencies after EU's latest warning on Putin. Many countries are underprepared according to documents which advises how to treat radiation and nuclear exposure. And yeah, this is just literally going down. The the World Health Organization has issued guidance on how to survive a nuclear catastrophe just hours after the EU warned that Russia is at war with the West. Included in the guidance is a list of medicines that nations should stockpile for nuclear, radiological, or radiological and nuclear emergencies. The global health body also shared how the stockpiles, which could prevent or reduce exposure to radiation, could be handled. The Dr. Maria, who WHO's acting assistant director general, warned that government needs to take treatments for radiation and exposure, nuclear exposure, available quickly. Oh, they need to make the treatments for nuclear. Oh shit! Yeah, they think something's coming, guys. General warned that governments need to make treatments for radiation and nuclear exposures available quickly. Yeah, they think something's coming. They wouldn't say quickly, like that fast. They think something's coming. They must really think Russia's going to nuke someone. Oh, hell no. Potential scenarios considered in the publication include radiological or nuclear emergencies that at nuclear power plants, as well as intentional uses of radioactive materials with malicious intent. These emergencies could result in exposure to daily radiation doses, yet many countries are underprepared according to the document. It therefore is extremely important that governments respond rapidly to such threats, like Putin's war against the West. The document comes after Stefano, the Secretary General of the European Union's External Action Service, today announced that Russia has shifted its focus of its war in Ukraine, its Ukrainian invasion. Speaking at a conference in Tokyo as part of the Asia Pacific tour, he said that Vladimir Putin has moved from the concept of a special military operation to the concept of a war against NATO in the West. So, letting y'all know, multiples are saying that we're heading to a war, or we're in a war with Russia. And also on Yahoo News or Yahoo Finance. Oh boy. Wait, is this old? Yeah, I was about to say this has to be old because I didn't hear about that one. Oh man. So, anyways, guys, for real, prepare. This shit's getting crazy. Um, it's the time. We're at ground zero. They're giving y'all the last warnings. You need to take these last warnings seriously because I don't think we got that much time left. Now, while I'm sleeping, I'm going to probably have problems sleeping now because I'm going to think, hey, you can literally wake up to them say, oh, well, a NATO ship was hit or a NATO plane was hit. Oh, they're nuking Ukraine or they're nuking Poland or they're nuking Germany or NATO's nuking Russia. Like, it would be bad. People wouldn't even know how to react. And they know that's going to come home super fast. So, shit. I'm just going to say, keep up with this. Keep watching this. Because this is real. This is bad. Anyways. I just wanted to give you guys an update. I had already did a whole YouTube live. And I'm kind of mad I did a YouTube live for no reason. Because I was a little more energetic in that one than I was in this one. This one I was just kind of in disappointment that the other one didn't save. But I'm glad I was able to still talk to you guys and still show you guys sources. I'm going to show something. I can't just come on here and say, hey, they're at war. And you guys be like, well, you got no sources to confirm that they're at war with each other. You're just assuming, nah, they're at war. They're at war, and I'll prove it time and time again while I'm on YouTube Live so y'all can see this over and over and over again and can't say that, nobody ain't warning you guys. NATO or the United States military is in Ukraine and has been in Ukraine since probably before October, to be honest. They just announced it in October. But every batch of weapons they send into Ukraine, they send in troops with them. Military forces. A small number of U.S. military forces inside of Ukraine. This is on Defense News. Military.com, U.S. defense personnel expecting foreign weapons. I'm just showing y'all this on all platforms. We are in Ukraine. No matter how we try to slice it, Biden said personnel entering with heavy artillery is World War III. So military personnel, these are personnel. These guys are coming in with guns too. They have to protect themselves. And they know how to use the weapons they are watching. So put two and two together. We're going into World War III, guys. We're here. And it ain't just the United States. It's Poland, it's Germany, it's Lithuania. All these guys are probably already in there. Well, we already know the Polish are, and the British already admitted to sending troops into Ukraine. So this is ugly. Last thing I'll do on here is I'll check the activity. I don't know if it's dead right now. I think they said it was only a few planes. Yeah, it's not much to track right now. It's it K-35 and a 737. I think this came from the UK. Yeah, it did. And it's just a few things up in Europe. Yeah, it's really dead. I don't like that. Really quiet. Then you got a whole ass war going on down here too, especially over here in where Israel is. This is about to become a hot spot. This whole area about to become a hot spot. So that's all I got for you guys. Um, Remember our golden rule: love, unity, and peace for life. On top of that, is preparedness and awareness. Don't be scared. Be prepared to stay aware. We are going to war. Coming out of the military, I told y'all I got intel that we are going to war, and we got a lot of shit coming, man. So just be ready to live with the lights out. Yes, I'll be live tomorrow. Hopefully, I can get this laptop charger. That's why I have not been doing YouTube lives. I'd rather just stream it from the laptop. Honestly, the phone to phone is kind of better. On a laptop, my phone blurs out, but on this, y'all can actually see everything clearly. So this kind of works out too. Either way, I'm gonna make it happen, one way or the other. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good night. I'm gonna get me a little bit of rest. Maybe we'll take a drive tomorrow morning to get some coffee. You know, got a new car. So thank you guys for your love and support, and thank you, for everything, man. We're doing great. And follow Off Grid, follow New York Prepper, follow Dabu7, follow Canadian Prepper, and all these guys that's helping you. Follow these guys. They know what they're talking about. And they've been talking about this for a while, just like us. We're here to help you guys. So I hope you're taking the message. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later, and thank you for coming through. See you guys tomorrow morning, probably around 11 o'clock. It's Saturday, so yeah, I'll be chill. Have a great day and peace.